Welcome back to Homemade Movies Rewind. I'm rewatching all these episodes on the 10-year anniversary of their release date. This is the 5th one in a row that I had nothing to do with. This was after I had left the show. I was doing other things on my channel and trying to do different work that wasn't completely killing me the way Homemade Movies was. So, this is Mad Max Fury Road, and this is starring Mystery Guitar Man, who is a rad YouTuber. I used to be obsessed with him back in the day, and I would try and do a lot of stuff like him, like fun, creative, stop motion, musical. Tried to kind of emulate my channel to be similar to what he was doing. He was far more successful at it. I mean, I ended up doing Homemade Movies and some other series, which is great, but he really made it as like a YouTuber doing his thing. And so, really cool to have him in this. I was jealous that I didn't get to work with him. This one is actually directed by Ben, so that's cool. This is totally up his alley. Okay, let's take a look. He had the updated logo. That's super Ben, all that gross liquid blood stuff. Great miniature. See, here we go. Ben knows what he's doing. This is already a lot better than the other ones, I'm sorry. He's fully shooting these, building all these miniatures. Knows what they need and what they don't need. Love the texture on that fabric. I think I still have that in the garage, actually.
My name is Max.
It's like sand dunes.
My world is fire.
Hard to do a long shot like that. That was great. The foot. Yes! Oh my gosh, I love that so much, that fan on the hood. I have this car in there too. I have all this stuff. Yeah, these are great. Oh, okay. So I've been wanting to talk about this for a while. So these little bursts, these little flames, this is a technique that Ben pioneered in his episodes. You'll see it a bunch more and a bunch bigger ones in the later episodes. But when I was doing Homemade Movies, I always used real fire. We'd be like out on the patio and we have like a WD-40 can and a lighter and be like, and do these like slow-mo fire. I mean, it looked really, really rad, but it wasn't super safe. Well, it wasn't as safe. We were always very safe. We did it outside, and we had a fire extinguisher nearby. But Ben would take little bits of plastic, like little cheap 99-cent store tablecloths that are kind of see-through, and put light behind them, and he'll do these big explosions where it's just like plastic kind of billowing out with light behind it. So rad looking, and such a better idea than using real fire. So you'll see that more and more coming up in future episodes. Great cars with sticks. Yep, putting the stick in just the right spot so you can get it to rotate the right way. How we did in Fast and Furious and many other episodes. See, I love the color grading here. It's something that you don't do in camera necessarily. There too. So really warm here, really cool there. It's just something you do in the edit. It's not cheating, it's just making it look right. There you go, there's Mystery Guitar Man. Yeah, that's a really cool. Love that when it goes from a miniature to a full-size thing and it just matches perfectly. Yeah, this is really good. Dang. It hurts to watch because I know how long each of those shots took to set up, and then they just go by so fast. And every single one of them is just like so complicated and rad, and you get it for like half a second. This is a really cool one because it's mostly miniature, and then you just get those few inserts of a live person, and it just like takes it up a notch. I don't remember this at all. This was a really good episode. Did Ben do this music all himself too? That's really good. Bam, bam. Yeah, you forget what a rad trailer this was. I think this trailer had just come out when they did this.
What's your name?
Yeah. And the new Mad Max just came out. Man, was that long ago? Jeez. Furiosa. Has anybody seen Furiosa? I guess by the time this airs, it'll have been out for a long time. But that was a really, really cool one. Good job, Ben, as always. Totally dig that. So this kind of wraps up what I guess would call season 4, where it was like sort of that weird, like haphazard miscellaneous section. Although it's interesting, it does say that Ben directed this one, but I know that there was kind of like a big difference between this one and then when I talked to him, he's like, yeah, now Cinefix is gonna let me go ahead and just be in charge of the next batch of these. So the next 4 are fully produced and directed by Ben. which is great. That's what we said kind of from the beginning when I left the show, like, hey, Ben should take over, but they had other plans, I guess, and tried it, and I don't know. It's really complicated to put these together, especially, I'm sure, working with all these different directors. So, the next episode is Raiders of the Lost Ark. Such a good one. I'm very fond of this one because I play Indy. It was Ben's first big episode on his own, and of course, he hit me up and was like, I want you to play Indiana Jones. It'll be a good fit, and the audience would love to see you, which, by the way, is, the right choice, I think. The weird thing was, with this last batch that we just watched, was that Cinefix never contacted me. I mean, when I left, for all the reasons you've already heard me talk about, and it was just like this insane burden, and I'm like, I just can't do this all on my own anymore. But I left with the open invitation of like, I would still love to be involved. If you guys are going to keep the show going, and you should with Ben, I'd love to be in them. I'd love to help out. I'm done with 2 years of like, making myself insane trying to do every little detail. So when they did all these episodes, that's part of why it was like a little weird that they just like, no, we're good. They like never contacted me at all. But of course Ben did. He's like, my first big episode right out the gate, you're indie. So it was a lot of fun, and it was also a lot of fun to just show up and put the costume on that was already made and not have to worry about every single detail and every single frame of what was happening, just to show up and be one of the actors. I felt like after having worked so hard, I kind of like earned now the opportunity to just come and be in them. So anyway, thanks to Ben. I have watched this one several times because it's a really, really great one. Looking forward to watching that with you. And it's Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I guess there wasn't really much of a gap here. This comes out like in the following week. All right, I'll see you then.